you know there's a verse in here about you?
Magical connection, genuine affection, parallel direction, in between the lines, just two kids that made it, never knowing why. Chances are created underneath your mind, on a windy street or a subway seat. It's like sunshine when two people meet and speechlessly are spaced right out of time. And it's what they've dreamed about. Mercy me, it's so far out. And with each new person is a new first time. Strangers on a train, fate arranged a meeting somewhere, two spots of rain, two umbrellas beating. Magical connection, genuine affection, time, parallel direction, in between the lines. Why try to be otherwise? Why try to be otherwise?
Promise? Yeah. Sing one with me. This is just an old song, you know. Hootie Ledbetter wrote this song. Sometimes I live in the country. Sometimes I live in town. And sometimes I have a great notion to jump in the river and drown. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dream. Last Saturday night I got married. Me and my wife settled down. Now me and my wife are parted. I'm gonna take another stroll downtown. Yeah. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. you in my dream. Stop your rambling, stop your gambling, stop staying out late at night. Go home to your wife and family. Stay down by your fireside bright. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. It's nice to hear you. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Do the chorus one more once. Irene, good night. Irene, good night. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I'll see you in my dreams. Good night, Irene. Yeah, good night, Charlie Chaplin Collins. Oh, you know I'll see you in my dreams. In my dreams. Thank you, people.
If you are wondering what I'm gonna do while you are sleeping, am I sleeping too? Well, I'm just sitting here loving you, close my eyes and loving you. I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. I have been wondering just what I would do,
just what I would do
if I went sleeping, had I not found you.
had I not found you.
Well, I'd be outside finding you, walking all the avenues finding you, but I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you.
Now the reason never see me running around, fingers on my forehead calm me down. She can't even get me up and on my feet. When I got to take care of some business on the street,
I have been walking all my streets
all
alone.
my streets alone,
I would keep walking, keep from going home.
keep from going
I
home.
could quite clearly conceive of you. Now I can't conceive of ever leaving you, but I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. Come on.
Never see me running around, fingers on my forehead calm me down. She can't even get me up and on my feet. When I got to take care of some business on the street,
I have been walking all my streets alone.
all my streets alone,
I would keep walking, keep from going home.
keep from going
Couldn't
home.
quite clearly conceive of you. Now I can't conceive of ever leaving you, but I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you. Yes, I'm just sitting back, sitting here loving you.
Well now, listen here people, about to sing a song. I'm going to St. Louis and I won't be long, 'cause I'm wild about my loving. I like to have my fun. If you wanna be a girl of mine, you got to bring it with you when you come. Well now, Sergeant Jones, Chief of Police, the women round here won't let me see no peace, 'cause I'm wild about my loving. I like to have my fun. If you wanna be a girl of mine, you got to bring it with you when you come. What's the matter with your line? I wanna talk to that high brown of mine. You hear me talking to you, and I don't bite my tongue. If you wanna be a girl of mine, you got to bring it with you when you come. Wanna be a girl of mine, babe, bring it with you when you come. But I wish that I was blind. We're dancing to the music and we're both in time. But when the music's over, I find that I've been left behind. One step forward, two steps back, it's a crazy dance. It's a crazy dance. Darling, do you think that there's a chance for our romance? Baby, 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 we're coming up. one step backward, and I had to go up the hill. One step forward, two steps back. It's a crazy dance. It's a crazy dance. Darling, do you think that there's a chance for our romance? Soldier, 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 didn't you know from your first? Volunteer, take one step forward, you take two in reverse. One step forward, two steps back. The situation, the aggravation, it's getting worse every day. Every time I go to leave, she tells me I should stay. I'd almost changed my mind. I'd started to unpack. But as my feet took one step forward, she took two steps back. One step forward, two steps back. It's a crazy dance. It's a crazy dance. Darling, do you think that there's a chance for our romance? Baby, 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 we're coming apart, I fear. 'Cause each time I take one step forward, you take two to the rear. One step forward, two steps back. One step forward, two steps back. One step forward, two steps back. It's a crazy dance. It's a crazy dance. Darling, do you think that there's a chance for our romance? Baby, 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 we're coming apart, I fear. 'Cause each time I take one step forward, you take two to the rear. One step forward, two steps back. 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 One step forward, I'm not through with you. Two steps back. One step forward, two steps back. Did you ever have to make up your mind and pick up on one and leave the other behind? It's not often easy and not often kind. Did you ever have to make up your mind? Did you ever have to finally decide and say yes to one and let the other one ride? There's so many changes and tears you must hide. Did you ever have to finally decide? Sometimes there's one with big blue eyes, cute as a bunny, with hair down her hair and plenty of money. And just when you think that she's that one in the world, your heart gets stolen by some mousy little girl. Then you know you better finally decide and say yes to one and let the other one ride. There's so many changes and tears you must hide. Did you ever have to finally decide? Sometimes you really dig a girl the moment you kissed her, and then you get distracted by her older sister. When in walks her father and takes you in line and say, you better go home, son, and make up your mind. Then you bet you better finally decide and say yes to one and let the other one ride. There's so many changes and tears you must hide. Did you ever have to finally decide?
play another song, sort of the same genre. Because I don't remember anything but about the first verse of that song. How about one like that I wrote when I was 14 in the bathroom? No better? I mean, no, you know, just because, like, in those days, that was organic echo in those days, right? They didn't have any these machines. But it sort of went like this.
Why must every generation think that folks are square? And no matter where their heads are, they know moms ain't there. 'Cause I swore when I was small that I'd remember when I knew what's wrong with them that I was smaller than. Determined to remember all the cardinal rules, like sun showers or legal grounds for cutting school. I know I have forgotten maybe one or two, and I hope that I recall them all before the babies do. And I know he'll have a question or two. Like, hey, Pop, can I go ride my Zoom that goes 200 miles an hour, suspended on balloons? And can I put a droplet of this new stuff on my tongue and imagine frothing dragons while you sit and wreck your lungs? And I must be permissive, understanding of the younger generation. And then I'll know that all I've learned my kid assumes, and all my deepest worries must be his cartoons. And still I'll try to tell him all the things I've done, relating to what he can do when he becomes a man. And still he'll stick his fingers in the fan. And hey, Pop, my girlfriend's only 3. She's got her own video phone, and she's a-taking LSD. And now that we're best friends, she wants to give a taste to me. But what's the matter, Daddy? How come you look at me? Could it be that you can't live up to your dreams?
Thank you. Jesus, man, this place just shrunk. I walked out here, it was an auditorium. And I want to thank you, people, and say, play a kind of a love song, kind of a good night song.
Out of the kick in the state and the union with the cattle and the katydids. A kid with dungarees and holes in the knees, but they called him the Black Satin Kid. He was the Black Satin Kid. Where you gonna run to, Black Satin Kid? Double kicking Black Satin Kid. Who you gonna drum to, Black Satin Kid? Shoulder shaking, heart breaking Black Satin Kid. You know that all he ever carried was some funk button drums, and they cost him every dime he had. But he saved the shoulder
the shaking, heartbreaking black satin kid. To help him do his things, amazing moonshot rockets and little wheels that sing. The way his hands are sweat to get that daily bread, it's hard to believe he can't get it through his head. But he still can't figure out just what she thinks about, and he still can't figure out just what she thinks about. All the themes of man's illusions already here and gone. Somehow amidst confusion, oh how he gets it on. One, two, three. Darling companion, come on and give me understanding, and let me be your champion. The hand to warm your pretty hand in, darling companion. Now you know you'll never be abandoned. Love will always light our land, and I can depend on you. Darling companion, heaven knows where we'll be landing, just as long as we keep laughing. Keep in mind just what's worth having. Darling companion, I tell the mountains and the canyon, as long as I got legs to stand on, I'm gonna run to you. A flossy mare like you should have S.t.i. A little briding down with me is what you need. Darling companion, heaven knows where we'll be landing, just as long as we keep laughing. And keep in mind just what's worth having, darling companion. I tell the mountain and the canyon, as long as I got legs to stand on, I'm gonna run to you. A flossy mare like you should have a steed. A little riding down with me is what you need. Darling companion, come on and give me understanding, and let me be your champion, the hand to warm your pretty hand in. Darling companion, now you know you'll never be abandoned. Love will always light our landing. I can depend on you.
Well, there's 1,352 guitar pickers in Nashville, and they can pick more notes than the number of ants on the Tennessee anthill. Yeah, there's 1,352 guitar cases in Nashville, and anyone that unpacks a guitar can play twice as better than I will. Yes, I was just 13, you might say I was a musical proverbial knee-high, when I heard a couple new sounding tunes on the tube and they blasted me sky high. And the record man said everyone is a Yellow Sun record from Nashville, and up north you ain't nobody buys them. And I said, but I will. And it was Nashville cats playing Queen's Country Water. Nashville cats playing Wild as Mountain Dew. Nashville cats, let me hear you. And since they's baby, Nashville cats get whooped before bed too. Well, there's 16,821 mothers from Nashville. All the friends playing music and they ain't uptight if one of the kids will, because it's custom made for any mother's son to be a guitar picker in Nashville. And I sure am glad I got a chance to say a word about the music and the mothers from Nashville. And them Nashville cats playing Queen's Country Water. Nashville cats playing Wild. Nashville cats been playing since there's babies. Nashville cats get whooped before bed too. You got your chops up now. I tell you, I was just thinking about Nashville. You cats dig Nashville cats and everything. This is like a Jimmy Rogers tune.
elastic. So the girls all think you're icky, and the boys all think you're queer. Then the hinges all get rusted, and the seventh pair gets busted. So you graduate to tortoise shell. It makes you look severe. 4 eyes. What you gonna do now? 4 eyes. How much do you see now? You're so blind they call you Batman. You can't even see a fat man. You can't dig just where he's at, man. Without windows on your eyes, but the frames ain't your decision, and they're fitted with precision, and they magnify your eyes like they're a pair of cherry pies. 4 eyes. What you gonna do now? 4 How much do you see now?
How many fingers?
Here's a word to all you parents. Give it way to little Clarence when he says the blackboard's fading and the world's a fuzzy place. Mr. Up and Bill of classes, let the baby choose his glasses. And please recall that after all, he wears them on his face. 4 eyes. What you gonna do now? 4 eyes. How much do you see now?
How many fingers?
flash